This is an example of the problems associated with the Toshiba C350 television. It's a 4K TV that has the built-in Amazon Fire TV into its software. And by that I mean you're not using an Amazon Fire Stick that you insert via a USB cable. This TV has built-in Fire TV into its software. So when you turn it on, you get this home page, which has your different apps that you can scroll through. You can access your apps in many different ways, all the shortcuts. When you get back here, you go to search, you can go to your stuff, you can go to inputs, and to watch live TV over the air using, I don't know if you can see that up there, it's a blade antenna that picks up all the channels that are available for you over the TV. You go to live, it has this little button that then you can click down into either the guide or you can scroll through some of the recently watched shortcuts. But if you go into the guide, it'll load the guide, and it always goes back to the very beginning of the guide. It never goes back to like the last channel you saw. So you always have to scroll through. And now I'll go to, say, the CBS affiliate. I'll click into that channel. Now, keeping in mind, and just watch how long it takes for it to actually change the channel. Now, you may ask, have you made sure that your software is up to date? Of course, I have to do that all the time because I'm at my wit's end. I have no, it's one of the only things I can do. Make sure the software is up to date. I often reset the TV, start and stop, but this lag is just so annoying that it takes so long to change channels. And sometimes it picks up completely other channels, like ones that you haven't even selected. I have 4 of the TVs in the house, all of which have a blade antenna for picking up live free over-the-air TV. They changed channels immediately. A couple of those TVs actually have a Fire Stick in them, and they have no issues. This is the only TV that has these really long delays in changing channels. It just takes forever to change the channels, which becomes extremely frustrating if you're watching, say, on a Sunday, you're watching a couple of football games and you want to switch back and forth, and you got to wait minutes. And sometimes it doesn't even change. It just kind of gives up and either goes back to a previous channel, just randomly shows up with a third-party channel, or goes back to like the home screen. This is a glitch in the interface of the Fire TV that governs the live TV channels, and it just drives me crazy. I'm just wondering if anybody else is experiencing this, and there doesn't seem to be a fix. I've researched on the internet. I've seen where other folks are experiencing similar things. I'm just doing this to see, any other thoughts or ideas, or maybe if somebody solved it or found a means to correct this. I have not, and I'm past the time that I'm allotted to return this TV and get another one, so I have to live with it. It's very disappointing because I bought this TV, yes, because it was a deal, it was cheap, but it's also a Toshiba, and I've always associated the Toshiba name with, high quality. Well, this is not a good example of a Toshiba, and this is just really frustrates you as a end user, just to try to watch television, that it takes this long. And you might say, well, maybe your antenna signal is not great. Well, then the other 5 TVs in the house would be experiencing similar delays, but they don't. All my other TVs switch immediately from channel to channel. There's no delay whatsoever. This is the only television, the Toshiba C350, with the built-in Fire TV interface, that just takes forever to process the change. Not sure what the engineers were thinking here. What the algorithm, the mechanism that they built for taking the signal from the blade antenna into the TV and just putting it on the screen seems to be going through some kind of process that's just not functioning correctly on this television, on this particular TV. So look how, I mean, this is like amazing how long it's taking to switch channels. And again, for those that might say maybe your signal is low, it is not low. There's nothing wrong with the signal. When the TV finally does load, you'll see that it's a crisp picture without pixelation, without delays. It's just the channel changing process that takes forever. This is just unbelievable. Like the sound seems to have loaded, but it just won't change over. That's 1-833-641-5136. Oxner Health Plan, the Medicare plan with a local. And it will eventually change either to the CBS channel that I've selected. There we go. You can see there's no issue with the signal. It's a good picture. Now let's say I'm going to go back to the guide and just go to, say, the NBC affiliate. Change the channel.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Wow, where has this been my entire life? Having to clean with multiple products is a hassle. With Magic Eraser, I use it on everyday messes. I even use it.
Sound is still from the previous channel. Now we're trying to load the NBC affiliate. This is just crazy. This is just crazy. This is just a lemon, an absolute lemon. If anybody sees this TV on sale, and it's a deal, and you're looking to get a 4K TV for not spending a lot of money, which is what I did. If you're going to be watching live TV as well as other channels, then be warned. Now you might say, why don't you try bypassing the Fire TV built-in mechanism? Just like go to the input that the actual antenna comes into directly. For instance, rather than going to the guide, I'm going to go to inputs. Go into inputs, and I'll go to the actual direct antenna feed. I'll click into that. This is the NBC affiliate. No improvement. Nope, didn't even go. Just went back here. Although I've got the sound coming in from something. I'll try clicking into the antenna again. It's trying to do something. All right, the badge up there had the NBC affiliate. Now it's trying to load the NBC channel. So, same thing. Whatever mechanism is picking up the signal from the blade antenna through the coaxial cable into the coaxial connection, and then from there trying to put it onto the screen just takes forever. Now if I just go like up and down on these channels without using the guide.
A weekend in Tokyo. Beyond description. Let me tell you about it. First I got sick on raw fish and a sumo wrestler fell on me. Then I got thrown out of a geisha house for leaving a ring around the bath.
Again, the sound switches over, is still trying to get the picture.
Sounds as if you had the worst Tokyo weekend in history. Not really, sir.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is just driving me crazy. I'm just curious if anybody out there is experiencing the same thing and has maybe found a solution. So I'm going to go back to the home page now of the Fire TV. And anyway, just if anybody has any insight into anything that might be a solution to this, please let me know. I'd appreciate it.